Because you need an excuse to vote for a racist, misogynist man. You need to feel okay with that. You need something that makes you feel like it is morally justified for you to do that to all these people here.
No, Trump wants to make America great again for everyone. He wants to make America great again for everyone.
What does that mean? Germany's great. Look what happened to them.
Do you know that Lady Gaga wore an ode to Hitler at Hillary's last rally before the election? Did y'all see her outfit? Did you see her outfit? It was literally, she had a red band around her arm, like Nazi Hitler. Guys, everybody that's watching, I'm surrounded, literally surrounded by people that are upset that Donald Trump is. They don't appreciate our free transition of power. They are here to be upset and incite trouble, incite opponents. They're intimidating us. It's sad. They're trying. They're trying. But luckily, I'm not afraid. Because we will prevail. We will make America great again.
Ever since Trump was declared president-elect, we're the ones intimidating you. We're not
build a
intimidated
wall
at all.
here.
We're not intimidated by the fact that Trump said.
Build a big wall.
We do have a wall. Look, actually, President Obama raised the wall. He made it about 2 feet higher.
Oh, well, let's build a wall around Trumpite.
Should the wall be brought down? This wall?
Hey, can I ask you a question?
It's nobody.
Sure, absolutely.
How do you feel about punishing women for abortions?
Look, I am pro-life,
So
and
Of course you are. Have you adopted any child?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear him out.
But you want your responsibility.
She's speaking.
guys, I can't speak. I can't have a free conversation because people want to interrupt. They can't hear out the other side. Absolutely.
Chose a candidate who is not.
I don't know what you mean.
You're pro-life, but you chose a candidate who is in favor of punishing women for getting abortions.
So guys,
What should the
let's
punishment be?
What's your answer?
guys, y'all won't let me speak.
She asked the question. What's your response so we can?
You won't let me speak. You keep interrupting me. They don't want to hear shiny objects.
What's the answer?
Okay, I know that y'all are being nice. Y'all are being respectful to me, and I appreciate that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we would hear you.
Will you please let me speak?
I answer them.
I'm actually opposed to the death penalty. I'm
just trying to get. I keep re-asking you the question that you say you need time to speak to answer. So answer.
Because you keep interrupting me. Okay. Look. I'm not going to answer loaded questions either. I'm going to tell you that I am pro-life, and the reason I voted for Donald Trump is because he is more pro-life than Hillary Clinton. But guys, let me speak. Can I explain myself? I'm trying to tell you where I'm coming from. I'm trying to tell you where I'm coming from. Okay. Since you're still continuing to be respectful to me, so I appreciate that. Look, the reason that Trump is a better choice for me than Hillary Clinton as a pro-life America is because Hillary Clinton believes in abortion up until the point of birth. She said it on camera. She said it multiple times. It was actually on The View. She was asked, under the Constitution, a baby the day before they are going to be born, are they protected by the Constitution? And she said no.
Okay.
And so to me, that's indefensible. And it doesn't matter what Donald Trump's position is on anything when the opponent is that.
Okay.
He got on the debate stage against her and had the most pro-life answer I've ever heard by a Republican candidate. He said, and he told her, he looked at someone that believes in abortion on demand, that believes in partial birth abortion, and he told her that a baby at 9 months in the womb, you can't do that to them. You cannot pull them out.
Because that's birth.
Wait.
That is birth.
Listen though, do
That
you
is
understand?
birth. Taking
Now,
a baby out of
you
the
have
womb
to
at 9
look-
months is called birth.
Listen, you have to look
You think
at
doctors
And then
murder
killing
babies?
it?
You don't
Listen,
kill
listen.
a 9-month baby.
Have you
That's
heard
a
of
woman.
Have you heard of Gosnell?
Sir,
Have you ever
Sir.
had a baby?
you have to look
But
at
I'm-
the circumstances of
yeah,
each
that's
thing.
okay.
You're acting.
No,
It's
I'm
not like a woman is
let her
saying, you know what? I'm 8 months pregnant, but I'm good off this whole motherhood thing. Like I don't really feel like being a mom, so get rid of it. It's never that situation. It's like the baby's health is compromised. The mother's health is compromised. You would rather make a woman give birth to a child that she will then die and won't, then her child won't have a mother.
I do support
No,
exceptions.
I'm not finished though.
But I support
do you-
exceptions for life of the mother. I do.
So-
gestational age, that baby
So you think that a woman
And feel pain.
So you think that if a woman is raped, she should have to give birth to that child?
I don't believe two wrongs make a right.
And are you
So you think that a woman giving birth to her rapist child is a right? Is that right?
I'm saying
Do you
that,
know? No, just say yes or
I'm
no.
saying
Do
that
you think
a
that's
baby
right?
has the right to be deserved.
But did you know that up until a certain point
I know
during the
someone that
pregnancy,
was
do
conceived
you
of
know
rape.
that up until a certain point in the pregnancy, it's not a baby. It doesn't have any consciousness. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have eyeballs. It's just a group of cells. Really, what it would be scientifically categorized as is a parasite because it's living off its host. I'm not saying that babies are parasites because I think that babies are great. You know, they should live. But I don't feel that it's the government's place to come and tell someone what they can do with your own uterus. You don't even want the government to tell you what you can do with your mouth, what you can do and say out of your mouth, which is going to hurt fully grown people. But you think that they should be able to tell a woman what she can do with the inside of her body? That makes sense to you?
I believe in the rights of the unborn.
And you know what? What about women's rights?
I believe all rights are women's rights. I believe all rights under the Constitution are women's rights.
If a man
The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment to prevent folks from.
So if a man forces me to be pregnant
Guys,
by putting his penis in my body,
why are we talking about this?
because it affects us. You will never be affected by this. But you voted for a man that will force me to carry your. If
No
you
one's
hold me
gonna
down
force
right
you.
now and force me to have
No
sex
one's
with
gonna
you,
force
That's
and you impregnate
that's
and you
just
impregnate
that's
me,
just
I
a
am
silly
forced to
that's a
carry
silly
my child.
hypothetical. Because I'm at the White House. I'm trying to celebrate a victory. That's all I'm trying to. That's all.
It's a grave loss for everyone in this
I'm
nation.
just trying to
and
celebrate
people
a
like you
win.
aren't going to realize how much of a loss it is until your president that you picked screwed us all over. 'Cause that's what's going to happen.
Our health insurance is skyrocketing. This president screwed us
At
over.
least no, he gave 20 million people.
Help! I'm uninsured now. I was insured.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
I'm not going to fix that. He's going to take it away from you again. So you're saying, so you're unemployed?
He's
Does that
gonna
mean-
make
wait,
it
wait, wait.
cheaper.
So
He's
you're
gonna make it
unemployed?
cheaper by allowing competition across state lines, like car
So
insurance.
you're uninsured, so that means that you're probably not rich, right? So that means
No,
that
of course
Donald
not.
Trump doesn't care about you at all.
Oh, he absolutely does.
He doesn't care about you.
It says make America great again for everybody.
Oh, well, the hat says it.
Do you know what's really important to America?
What's that?
How's Trump gonna fix Obamacare?
He's going to repeal it for one
And then
thing.
what's he gonna do?
He's going to open up across state lines, allow competition like car insurance, because
Wait, but health insurance. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna ensure that everybody has health insurance?
that's how it
How's he
works.
gonna have
That's how it
health
works.
insurance that becomes private for only people that can afford it? Exactly. So how's everybody?
It's unaffordable now. Our prices have went up.
It's unaffordable. So he's gonna
The
repeal
pri-
Obamacare.
no,
Only
it's-
for people with money.
No, it's unaffordable for everyone. My parents are middle class. My parents are little. I'm telling you the alternative. Competition, opening up competition
How's that gonna
across
help? How's that gonna
state
help
lines.
the economy?
We don't have. No, we don't have that. We
No,
don't
but can
have
you
that,
tell me
guys.
why? Let me tell you why competition doesn't work. Because competition in the marketplace is a business. So what they're focused on is making the most money. They're not focused on giving the most people care. They're focused on the people.
That's
who,
actually-
hold on,
that's
I'm
actually
not
our
finished.
system right now.
I'm actually a marketing major, so I know how the invisible hand of the market works. And what that is what encourages competition within the marketplace, which is the goal of making the most money. So they're going to structure their business around making the most money, not helping people. They're going to focus on getting people with the least amount of health issues so that they don't have to pay for their operations and things like that. They're going to work on the people who can pay the most money. That's what they're gonna ensure. Not the people who need it the most. Not the people who have chronic illnesses because they don't want to pay co-pays for that. They don't want to shell out money for that. They're not going to insure people like that. They're going to insure low-income people because that's a higher risk investment. They're not going to be able to pay. They're not. That's what's going to happen to the marketplace.
That's literally what's happening now.
No, that's not literally what's happening now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, that's what.
Government is not a for-profit organization.
And it shouldn't be.
Well,
and it shouldn't be.
Ask Hillary. She's made a lot of money in government. Hillary Clinton's made a lot of money in government. Hillary Clinton has made a lot of money in government. So if y'all are worried about folks making money in government, Hillary Clinton is the #1 person that y'all need to.
Where's your from?
I'm excited. We need a businessman. We need to get this back. He ran the most. He ran the most. I'm from Texas. He made the.
What?
Do you believe democracy?
Do I believe in democracy?
Yes.
I believe in the idea of democracy, but I don't think it happens.
But guys, let's get back to how Trump's gonna fix the country.
You know what?
Let's get back.
I have an idea.
Let's get back to how Trump. Let's get back to how Trump's gonna fix the country.
We stop giving this man
I want to tell you.
and we move away because he is one man and we see people
elected officials have no experience.
I will. If y'all want me to tell you the ideas they have.
we have listened to white men enough.
No, literally, man.
You are done.
Well, I'm a white woman and I completely agree with what he said.
I am
Yes, thank you.
So how do you feel about Trump wanting to ban Muslims from this country?
How?
I think if a Muslim comes into this country and wants to assimilate to our form of government, which is a constitutional republic, and blend in like everybody else,
What is blend in?
abide
Let her finish answering the question I didn't
by the
ask.
laws that are constitutional laws, not bring in Sharia law, and just live like an American lives. That's fine.
How does
Wait. But that's not what I asked you.
That's exactly what
So what I asked you is, how do you think he should? He said that he wants to put a ban on all Muslims coming into this country. How do you feel about that?
He's changed his stance on that.
How will you vet? How do you vet? How do you think? Do you know what his vetting process is going to be?
No.
So he hasn't spoken on
But
it
there are
whatsoever?
other.
Well, neither has
How do you feel about
Hillary or
him? How do
Obama.
you feel about him increasing
Obama has been
surveillance on
vetting.
inner cities?
Obama has been vetting people from below our border, from Mexico, South America, Central America, coming in also.
So you want to talk about that? How do you feel about him building a wall in Mexico?
Well, guys,
by attacking
guys.
Well,
hey,
the wall.
Look,
The wall is one place.
I would like to know what you think Sharia law is.
What do I think Sharia law is?
don't let them
I
lead you
think-
down a rabbit
Don't
hole.
tell her not to
Don't
answer.
lead them.
What do you think Sharia law is?
I'm asking you, what do you think Sharia law is?
You define Sharia law.
You said
She might have no clue what it is because she didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
You said that you don't want. Hold on.
She was answering your
Hold
question.
on. You said that you don't want Muslim people. You don't want Muslim people.
What Sharia law is.
you
Because you said you don't want Americans.
What are you afraid of? What are you afraid
No,
of?
she's giving her an opportunity to explain Sharia law.
You said
Are we having a conversation?
no. You said you don't want Muslims to bring in Sharia law.
You asked me to
What is
explain my
Sharia law?
stances
What
on
do you want?
things.
You're
Could
the only one who
you
gets to
explain?
ask the questions.
Oh, okay.
Is that the way a conversation goes?
I mean, it depends on what size the conversation is, but if you want to say this is a solo.
I'm having a conversation with you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what is your idea of Sharia
No,
law?
what is your idea of Sharia law?
Yeah, actually,
You don't know what Sharia law is.
she actually asked her about.
Sharia law
She
is.
brought it up. We'd like to know what she. You don't know. Then this
She
lady
doesn't know what
it is
Sharia
either.
law
And neither do
is.
you.
don't know what
But you're
you're
terrified of
we
it.
didn't
This is the ignorance that voted for Trump. This is the blind ignorance
Let
that
this woman. Wait a minute.
WUSA 9.
There are people in this room who said they don't know what Sharia law is.
If you admit that you don't know what it is,
We need a conch, Tyler.
if you know what
Tyler,
it is,
we
I
need
want
a
to hear
conch.
what you think it is.
I know what Sharia
So
law
can
is.
you tell me what
No,
you think
I
it
want
is?
you to
You just
define
said
it
you
for
didn't
me.
know.
No, I want to know your opinion. Hold on.
A conversation.
I want to know your
a
opinion first,
conversation-
and then I will tell you what
a
it truly is.
conversation is taking turns.
So
You
exactly.
asked me a question to begin with. Oh my God. I'm asking you a
Listen,
question.
I'm grown. I'm not doing this.
But wait, everybody.
You're not in charge.
You just asked me.
You brought up
You
what
just.
Sharia law is, and you have a problem with it. So I want to know what your problems are with it, and once you express that to me, I can direct my explanation to what you think.
But you asked her.
What is Sharia law is a set of laws in Islam that is directed from what is said in the Hadith by the Prophet ﷺ and what is said in the Quran. So what do you think that it is? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
Because what is in the Quran is antithetical to what is in our Constitution.
Like what?
And you can see how the Sharia law is played out when you look at the countries that practice Sharia law.
But you can't see what Sharia law truly is just by a certain country's skew of it.
But every Islamic country, every Islamic
of America where Muslims have
no, there's there's examples of the Middle East. Guys, there's examples of the Middle East.
Think they're just going to? There are examples of the Middle East that what?
Maybe it happened in San Bernardino.
I mean,
San Bernardino.
What's that sounds scary to me. I'm not afraid.
Do you deny that in Muslim countries that we see in the news, maybe you think the news is lying, and maybe it is.
It's propaganda. What's your question, ma'am?
But don't you see what's practiced in the Muslim countries?
Like gays being thrown off of buildings.
I mean, gay like shot up in
They got shot by Islamic terrorists in Tulsa. It was an Islamic terrorist.
Burning up Islamic terrorist.
Islamic
Because his
terrorist.
parents immigrated from an Islamic country does not mean that he was
He was an Islamist. He was an Islamist. He said he did it.
He said he wasn't a
No, but he said he did it in favor of ISIS.
Why would someone leave Sharia law and move to America to set up Sharia law?
Because that's what's in the Quran is to expand Islam.
So Muslims are traveling to America
It is to expand
make
Islam.
America Muslim. Everybody.
Yes, it is.
Have you read the Quran?
This is serious, you guys. Beware.
I've read the Quran. It's not in the Quran.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, the Middle East is in turmoil. Thousands of
Actually,
years.
not for thousands of years.
Thousands of
Pretty
years.
peaceful for thousands of for hundreds of years until about 200 years
Hundreds
ago.
of years, and this is just a small portion of the whole expansion.
I mean, we're talking about post-colonial.
It
Middle
says
East is
Islamic State.
Where does it say this?
Islamic State
Where in the
of
Quran
Levant. That's what they want.
Where does the Quran talk about the Levant? The Daesh. In the Quran, there's no Daesh in the Quran.
They support.
Where does it say in the Quran? If you're going to make a statement, support it.
I don't have to play by your
You don't have to play by any
predilection of rules
You don't have to.
that
You
you
don't
set
have
up
to. You don't have
to
to
control
do
the
anything.
debate.
But if you're going to make a statement,
That's
you
how
support the
this
statement.
works.
Otherwise, I can just say anything I want.
That's what you do about Trump.
But if it's no, I don't.
Guys, let's watch my bike.
So I don't see where she got the money from. Right,
But watch out for the goddamn bike, you guys.
Well, because
Black
I
people
believe in
dying
private
in the
property.
streets, but watch out for your bike.
Watch out for your bike.
Oh,
To give what you need.
Well, I mean, it's not just donations to her campaign. It's donations to the Clinton Foundation, and it's not just donations from Saudi Arabia. It's donations.
I just feel that if you're doing something for the
If you really believe that the Clinton Foundation
you
money
want,
doesn't go
but the
where
facts are facts. You can feel anything you want, but the facts are facts.
it does go.
And proved. These facts are proved.
That's how Trump got elected, right?
No,
Purely on
there
sentiment.
is the proof of what these ladies are saying.
He has no facts.
You can feel anything.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Go ahead
Okay.
and feel.
Facts don't care about your
But the
feelings.
fact is, he is not qualified. He has no political experience. How about those facts? Those facts. Yeah.
We need to
No,
stop the
those feelings,
hatred.
okay.
We do need to
So
stop
talk
the
to the
hatred.
guy you elected as
I
president,
agree.
who's Islamophobic, who is racist, who is sexist. He has incited all of this. He has offended all of these people. All of the hatred has come from all of them. Like, do you understand that people are literally scared? Nobody would be out here protesting if people were not afraid. Like, I'm afraid because he's coming for my brothers and my sisters. Stop and frisk is going to send my brothers and my sisters in jail.
Bill Clinton's laws are the ones that sent.
Okay, but those are the ones that he's going to reenact because they left. And even Hillary Clinton said herself that she doesn't believe in that anymore. That it's unconstitutional and
That
that's
was
racist.
this election that she decided
But
that.
in this election, Trump said that he would do it again. what's the difference? What? And then on top of that, he called
Those
all
aren't
these
facts.
Those are facts. He did say it. Those are facts.
No, those are your opinions.
Those are facts. We can look it up right now.
Okay.
Trump should not be president.
Well, he is.
He is a racist.
He's president-elect.
He is a racist. He is a racist. Yes, he is a racist. He is a racist.
He actually won the
Okay,
Ellis Island Award.
We can pull up receipts. We can pull up receipts.
Pretended not to know the president of the KKK. He is racist, and then
Do you know that Richard Byrd? Do you know who that is?
no.
Hillary Clinton
At least I
called
can admit it.
Hillary Clinton called him her Senate mentor. Do you know that Richard Byrd, U.S. Senator Richard Byrd, used to be a very high member of the KKK, and Hillary Clinton said that was her Senate mentor. Did you know that though?
Yes, but then Trump did the same
See,
thing.
you didn't know that.
But then Trump did the same thing.
But Trump,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
No, Trump's never called a member of the KKK a mentor.
They support him.
He didn't. Wait.
But also people
gave him money for his campaign, and he did not reject the money. He accepted the money.
It's
Who
better.
accepts money from the president of the KKK?
Do you realize that? Okay, let's if you want to talk about accepting money, do you realize
Oh, yeah, I know,
that Hillary Clinton has accepted money from Saudi Arabia that stone women?
I don't think Hillary Clinton is perfect. I don't think she's perfect. I don't want to talk about that. I'm saying like,
You want to talk about Trump?
yeah, because the problem is I think
those
Hillary's
things
better
were
than
like.
Trump. I think Hillary's better than Trump. Is Hillary flawed? Heck yes.
But
she's
look,
flawed. She's
look.
better
I'm
than
just
Trump.
talking about the comparisons. You just said that Trump is a racist because he didn't return a small campaign donation.
And that's not the only reason.
How much was it? How much was it?
I don't know, but it was a giant number. Okay, wait, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it doesn't fit your argument. Because $10 million from Saudi Arabia.
You're right. It doesn't matter. It could be a
$10
small
million.
amount or a big amount. It doesn't matter. It's
But the amount matters. The amount does matter. The amount does matter because
does not matter. It's
the amount certainly matters. The amount certainly
not
matters.
everything's about money. It's about the
Oh, for Hillary Clinton it is though.
Yeah, wait, but I'm not Hillary. I'm not.
But you just said that she's better than Trump. I'm explaining to you how she's a million times worse.
She's like much better.
Actually, probably
She's
about
much
10
better.
million times worse.
She's much better than Trump. She's much better than Trump. There's no even comparison. Trump is not racist. I mean, Hillary's
He's not racist. Exactly.
Hillary's
Trump is
not
not racist. Thank you for saying that. Trump is not racist.
I'll say it again. Hillary's not racist. Trump is. In comparison, for me, that's a big deal.
Hillary called
Hillary's not sexist.
black
Trump is.
people
Hillary's
super
not
predators.
sexist. Trump is. Trump is solid women. I mean, for me, that's a big deal.
Did you hear about how Hillary
The
Clinton?
kids are all right.
She called
These
the
two kids.
black server the N-word. Remember, according to the chef. Did you see that? It's on Infowars. Did you see that?
This kid's red pilled. He knows it. Infowars.com. Bill Clinton's a rapist.
Exactly.
He knows.
For Trump, he's a rapist. But I would still
She does
vote
know.
Hillary Clinton.
She knows that Bill Clinton's a
I know it.
racist.
I looked up. If you're deeply troubling to me. Deeply troubling to me.
I like you because you are actually taking the information that I'm sharing with you and absorbing it.
So take
I'm
my
not taking the
information.
information. I read that myself. I researched it. I would never take information from a random stranger.
The kids are alright, guys.
I researched it.
The kids are all right. Y'all are good. I like y'all, and
I like
you'll
that
get
you're
it
having
right.
a conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. You're not one of those voters who votes with Trump, pretends he doesn't. Now you're out here so I can debate with you.
Yeah.
I want to understand because honestly, I know that we feel very different. So I want to understand you so we can actually succeed.
The
with
kids are all right. I like y'all.
No, we're
Well, I
the
appreciate.
future.
She
We are
is
the
the future.
future.
She is the
Thank you.
future.
And my
She
friend.
is the future. These two are the future for sure. These two for sure. These two, I have hope. I have hope. These two are the future. But look at this. Now we got this going.
I'm not worried about anything.
Everybody.
I was never worried about it. I'm
All right.
more worried about
I'm
what's
gonna.
happening now.
The crowd has moved away from me. They're not as triggered anymore. They're. What's that?
Stay true to our president.
Hell yeah. These guys, they're out here supporting the next president, President-elect Trump. Thanks, man. Yeah, hell yeah, man. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Matt, I'm still live. I got like 21 people now.
Okay. Well, we're talking about criminal justice reform.
Oh, okay.
So
There's chaos over here. I think more people are interested in that. All right, guys. We got more stuff going on. We got Make Mexico Great, or Make America Mexico Again. Gay power, black power, women power, student power, power to all. I dig that. I dig that. I dig that sign. Power to all. I am definitely in favor of power to all. I gotta find somewhere to lock my bike up real quick. And then that way I can get in the scrum. Get in the scrum of folks. Oh, we got some patriots. We got some patriots over here. The protest is moving. Yeah, we're gonna make America great again. Yeah! Woo! Peaceful protest. Screaming violence.
Are you the guy that was over there?
What's that?
Are you the one that got caught up in the long conversation?
Got really surrounded.
What?
Yeah.
What happened? I could not hear.
Just a lot of people started yelling at me all at once, and then we actually had some decent conversation. Then it spewed into yelling again.
Is it
back and forth?
Is it actually knowledgeable conversations?
No, it's screaming of facts or not facts, talking points.
Yeah.
Given by Daily Kos and.
Okay, so listen, I'm not completely
I'm on live stream, by the way.
Oh, you are?
Just so you know. You do not.
Well,
I'll put it down.
Let's do that for the one. I got left over one, man.
Of us? Well, because I have people watching, because they're watching from across the country. But yeah, but I think it's dying down. But yeah, I understand what you mean, and I think that's happening. Oh, I think it'll get crazier as it might get dark. When the sun starts going down, I'm worried.
I see that you are pro-Trump.
Oh yes, I'm definitely a Trump supporter.
It was my choice.
Well, look, he is a million times better than Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Well, you're a smart lady. You're a very smart lady. All right, I'm gonna go see if there's anything else interesting. Thank you so much for talking to me. Yeah. Hop on my bike, guys. So, yeah, this is interesting. Very interesting. And actually, that ain't gonna work, riding my bike. I can't do that with a phone in my hand. But
the New York Times meter, did you watch it? Was going nuts. How did the New York Times for months say that she had?
That's crazy that she's that many things.
To 95%.
So I'm glad that there's folks that are celebrating their Christian heritage, their Christian faith. We had construction going on over here. Looks like Trump is already putting America back to work. Not sure what they're constructing. But, yeah. The crowd dying down some. But people are still upset.
Do that protest like this.
And then can I just
What's
say,
up?
well, I know we different opinion.
Yeah.
But I respect.
You know I'm on stream, right? I've been on stream.
Man.
Okay.
But I respect the fact that you're here.
Okay.
I respect the fact that we're exchanging opinions.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of America.
Absolutely. Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand, man. But
Okay.
I came across for this cause because
Okay.
it affects the world. And
Okay. So were you volunteering for Hillary?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Okay.
But
What?
I respect the fact that you stood in a circle and you took
Yeah.
so much shit.
Well, yeah, look,
you know,
dude, 'cause,
we
like, I'm
may
not-
differ on a lot of things, but
Yeah.
we're humans at the end of the day, and we just want each other to be happy.
Absolutely.
Man, so.
And like, look, that's why I think that we will heal. We'll come together.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's going to be divided for that long.
Yeah.
And I really do. I know that like maybe folks that have your opinion on
Yeah, man.
the issues maybe don't agree with me that I think things will get better actually really much quicker with someone like Trump in office. But I really do think it is, and I think that's all we can hope for, right?
Man, and that's your prerogative,
Yeah.
man. It's your beliefs.
Yeah.
You know, you live here, man. I don't. So obviously, I've got a different set of values and ideas. But man,
well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're here, though. Like,
well, I'm glad you're here, man. And you know, it's a divisive election, and I'm sorry we cramped your victory party, man.
Oh no. I didn't expect it to go off with completely without a hitch.
Yeah, man.
I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But man, if we gotta, you know, like Trump's and the president for the next 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like we're angry, but we'll accept it. And you know, you're right. We gotta heal, man.
All right.
I mean,
cool,
we're
man.
different people, man. But
cool.
Let me shake your hand.
Trying to make sure my bike doesn't fall.
All
Thanks,
right,
man.
You take care.
All right, you too.
Do you know what?
This is Lafayette Park right here. That's called Lafayette Park. So this is actually Pennsylvania Avenue.
Okay, so because we want to get an Uber back.
You
around,
need
like,
to go that
2:30.
way. You need to go on that
So
side.
where do you think we should like tell it to?
So
right
we're right there. So you could tell it to pick you up. Like, oops, sorry.
Shit.
Like,
Yeah, it's
like on that side.
right here.
Like and then you just walk over there.
All right, cool.
So you're like
Thank you.
scheduling it right now.
Yeah, because like it gets expensive when everyone goes.
Yeah, dude, you're smart. The kids, man, the kids. Yeah. These two right here.
I've never spoken to a Trump supporter.
Uh-huh.
Now that the crowd's dispersed, I'm just curious.
I'm on stream, by the way, just so you know. So, I think they're just walking down the streets, I guess. This guy, at least it's artistic. I can dig that. At least it's artistic.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
All right, Mom.
You're like putting a nice little flair on it. I can dig that.
Finessing it.
I can dig that. You ain't being angry. You got like your your like style to it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Peace. You know?
Absolutely, dude. Cool.
So is this for a
Right
specific
on, man.
site or just?
I'm just streaming my personal page.
So why did you decide to vote for? I assume you voted for Trump.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, like the big thing for me is foreign policy, wars. I think that he is the only voice, like, anywhere near sensible on it. I originally was a Rand Paul supporter, but once he left the race, like, there's only one person that even talked about war in the way that I saw it. He also talks about the Federal Reserve. He talks about auditing the Federal Reserve, and really just the general message of saying no to the globalists and the elites. Like, I think that is something that we all need to have. We all need to pay attention to that, because I think far too many people are trying to control normal people because they want to change.
I think the current guys and Hillary they're clueless about foreign policy. A lot
I
of
do
these
too.
problems are, Hillary Clinton's mentor is Henry Kissinger. I mean, a lot of these problems flow from that. Now, I didn't support Trump, but I didn't support Hillary either. Right?
Well,
But for the foreign policy issues, I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah. And to me, look, that's probably that's the most important thing that a president can affect, immediately, right? Like, immediately, the president is commander in chief. So, like, that matters more to me than any other of those issues in the matter of president, right? Because, like, I view the government as how it's supposed to work, whereas the president is in charge of the military and everything else, and he advises Congress, and then he passes bills that they
So my concern for that is
science bills that they pass.
I'm originally from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And Chris Christie's picking his transition team, and I have limited faith in Chris Christie to pick people who would know what they're talking about for foreign policy. Now, I don't trust Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Because I think these guys are.
Well, the one thing that I like about Trump is that he's his own man.
Okay.
And look, he's to me, he's taken advice when he's needed it, and he's bucked the advice when he knew what was right. And on foreign policy, I think, look, he went to South Carolina in the primary, big, huge military state, in the debate, and said, we have to cut military spending.
We certainly do.
And that ain't what you're supposed to do in a Republican primary.
You know, 9 out of the top 10 largest arms manufacturers donated to Hillary Clinton, which is something that you don't see repeated in the mainstream press. Now, again, I'm not a true Trump supporter, but that's mainly because, frankly, I'm not white, and he doesn't. You know, I've met Donald Trump. I used to work one building over from him in New York, and you know, I've never had a strong opinion about him.
Yeah.
I don't believe he actually believes half the shit he's saying, but I don't know. It's hard for me to vote for him when not everybody, but I imagine I find it hard to believe based off the demographics that voted for Trump that like all these guys are racist.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to vote for a guy who is.
Well, I'm certainly not a racist, but like. Here's what somebody said. I can't remember who it was that said it, but they said it recently. It might have even been Michael Moore when he made his unintended epic ad for Donald Trump.
That was taken out of context.
Listen, I just wanted to ask you,
but,
where was this made?
In the U.S.
Is it?
Yep, made in USA. Yep.
This one was made. I saw one that was made in China.
Oh, those probably aren't the real ones. Those probably aren't the real ones. Yeah, like this one's directly from the campaign.
Oh, from the campaign.
Yeah, I ordered this from I donated to get this one. Yeah. But they said the thing about Trump supporters is they take him seriously, but not literally, and Trump opponents take him literally, but not seriously.
You should have taken him seriously.
I think so. That's a
problem.
Yeah, that was part. They put up a flawed candidate. Democrats, they shouldn't. It's going to go down as one of the most boneheaded political moves in American history. That they put up a person that very well could end up in prison as their nominee.
I was actually a rabid Bernie supporter before.
Okay, well that makes that makes sense.
So,
that makes sense.
I'm obviously disaffected by you've read the WikiLeaks emails.
Oh yeah.
And
they rigged it. They rigged it.
So,
there's no debate.
So they've set them up for this fall. And most of my friends are actually, in this DC establishment, family members.
Yeah.
I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
But their views are very. It's hard to find anybody who has the same views as I have today, Ron.
Yeah, well,
you don't.
But look, I think that you and I definitely overlap on far more than Hillary zombies out here.
They seem to not understand that the corruption, the money in politics. I think that's a huge issue.
And then there was like one girl was telling me that Trump's a racist because he had received a $500 campaign donation from a KKK member or whatever.
Look at who's giving Hillary money.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I said. And I said, look at how Saudi Arabia treats women. Look at how the $10 million that she just got from Saudi Arabia, the $1 million from Qatar when she was Secretary of State. These people don't let women drive. They throw gays off of buildings. And they don't care. And this is the type of people Hillary surrounds herself with, takes photos with.
There's certainly an inconsistency in our policy towards Saudi Arabia versus Iran.
Yeah.
I mean, they're one and the same as far as I'm concerned in terms of how they treat it.
Well, dude, I think again, like, this is the type of conversation that we need to have instead of. Did you see me surrounded?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting because I could see it probably happened because I don't think you run into many Trump supporters in DC.
Yeah, I'm part of a proud 4.1%. That's how many.
Do you live in DC?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when I was a Bernie supporter, I didn't, you'd run into them, but there weren't many people marching around here because everybody here is a careerist in DC.
Exactly. I'm kind of not. I'm part of the road part. I'm the rogue
But I
Republican.
thought it was interesting in that discussion that nobody was bringing up the money in politics. There are all these massive.
They're
focusing only on the identity politics.
Exactly.
But I don't.
They only wanted to talk about. They only wanted to talk about abortion, attack me on abortion. When look, I am pro-life, and I'd obviously love for things to move to limit and to eventually end abortion. That's where I stand, but it's not something that's going to happen soon. And it's not something that affects presidential politics day one. We need to talk more about the foreign interest and that sort of thing. That's what we're facing right now. Soon.
Are you available for short interview with Kurdistan TV?
Sure, absolutely.
You know Kurd? Do you think Trump should support Peshmerga and Kurdistan? How important is it?
Okay.
Tell me 1, 2, 3. Yes.
What's that now?
for Peshmerga. Do you think next president should support our ally
Absolutely.
Kurdistan and Peshmerga to keep fight against ISIS?
Absolutely. I definitely believe that the Kurdish forces of Peshmerga should definitely be funded by America. It's one of the very few allies that we have in the region that are actually fighting the ISIS, and we need that type of thing. And that's one of the very few foreign expenses that I believe that America should be spending money on.
Thank you very much.
Was that good?
Yes.
Did I?
Kagaso, era, l'angry Trump.
What's that?
Please tell us.
Nick.
Nick, tell us. It is very important.
Okay.
Look, just tell next president. 1 second, please. Support Peshmerga, Kurdistan. It is very important for the stability in the
Absolutely. I am really excited about President-elect Trump's election because I do believe that he will support our Kurdish allies in the Peshmerga. It's one of the very few foreign expenses that I believe that the Americans should commit to, and one of our few allies fighting ISIS, fighting the people that are truly hating freedom in the world, and we do need to support our friends in Kurdistan and the Peshmerga forces. Absolutely.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Y'all are amazing. We're brothers. We're brothers. Let's see if Matt Hurt is still here. I'm looking for a Trump hat. Does anybody know? Oh, there he is. Excuse me, guys.
When I jumped in, I was like, did you say something about handouts? That's when he was like, oh, see, people like that, being disrespectful and all that. And I said, sir, and he said
But
something
I guess
about
I don't understand.
Those so I said, Christopher Columbus, very specific local instances of errors on national level.
Yeah, sure. So one of the things, another issue about the first 100 days in office is the issue of corruption. So the reason government is so big and the reason there's so much money in politics is because there are special interests who come to Washington, they go to Congress, they go to the White House, and they ask for special handouts. So the one thing that Trump wants to do is either put a 5-year ban or a permanent ban on White House staff.
Yeah, I read that. So my question is though, like, okay, let's talk about like for the oil industry, for example.
Okay.
There maybe oil industry and drug industry are probably the biggest recipients of these handouts. So do those go away as well? But that would go against, but that would specifically go against what the rest of the party, what the Republican Party is for. So
I would say it's diverse.
Yeah, but so how are they going to reconcile that?
So then we have a conversation. I'm opposed to farm subsidies. I'm opposed to ethanol subsidies. I'm opposed to subsidies for solar and wind because it creates a structured playing field where the government is winners and losers. I want to be able to look if corn. Yeah, I'm opposed to oil subsidies. So
again, well then this is not something that this is not something that is really articulated well then from the members of your side. We're agreeing on a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff that you're saying.
And then you'll know the reason why.
I would consider liberal principles.
I'm wearing a hat.
What you say gave power?
Well,
back in the days when the white people was of love, they was
It did tap into something. A lot of people feel like they got kicked in the teeth. And if we had seen the Trump that we saw in his victory speech, the guy who I think genuinely seemed interested in unifying everybody, whose the core of his campaign was to fight corruption, whatever you want to call it. I don't think people would have been so afraid. The fact that he went toward, he played into people's, whether it's racism or bigotry or xenophobia.
Like, what was the point of that?
So a couple of things.
You, as a Trump supporter, and someone who I think seems very passionate about this. I mean, it would be nice
and when the community wake up, you get scared. You get scared.
That's why we're here.
I know that's going to be hard. The media, you know, they look
they're
for
fascinated
clicks.
with
They need
found-
money. They need clicks.
Yeah,
And
so
they're going to
they're
always
fascinated
go
with
for
headlines.
crazy stuff.
And
But I also see a lot of his supporters repeating a lot of the crazy stuff too. So it would help, I think, kind of.
David Brody from the Brody File.
I'm glad he out
Because
they had
because you're David Brody from the Brody File.
No, it's so, I mean, you know, it's very constructive right now. Like here, the reason why people are gathering around us right now.
I just had to soften him up. He gave me a little half of a smile, but I don't really like his conversation.
No.
And then like we're not like I mean I don't think we're looking. I don't think any of us wants to be divided. Like this is the constant slinging, the constant antagonism is so tiring.
It's exhausting.
So okay, so the problem is he said he would say one thing and then he would say, oh well I didn't say that, and then he would say another thing and then I didn't say that, and then he's striking a tone now of all of a sudden this unity when 1 week ago he was saying lock her up, and you hear someone at his acceptance speech say hang Obama. Like I guess I don't understand now how we're not supposed to feel so like angry. So this morning, a friend of mine woke up on his front door. It said, "Trump is the president now. Get out of our neighborhood, faggots." So these people feel emboldened. There have been countless instances of people waking up yesterday and hearing all of this stuff. So it was. I mean, clearly. Like, if this is the narrative that you're saying, but if this is the way that you're talking, then it makes sense. But the other way didn't make sense. So, like, we can't just have this reversal now and just, we're supposed to accept it and be like, oh, well, he didn't say anything like that.
There's
Oh,
bad apples in all bunches.
now.
Let's talk about that, because I think we put too much impetus on our leaders to also guide the culture. So I think putting Peter Thiel front and center at the Republican National Convention as an entrepreneur, as a proud,
because I've heard he didn't say all Mexicans. He didn't. It's only illegal immigrants. It's not all. I've heard all those things, right? But he said the things that were hurtful. He said the things that were upsetting. So no. Give me a second. It's not the I'm not talking.
You walked into the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, but I'm saying I understand when people are and I heard the first part he was saying, and I hear what y'all are saying about that's not what you think. But what about the things he said? I'm okay. So if it's you're just talking, I heard about the farm subsidies. If we're just talking about policy here, I'm good on policy. I can be about a difference in between fiscal policy of GOP versus not. If we're talking about difference in policy, let's talk about different fiscal policy. Let's do that. Let's talk about real things.
No.
He didn't stick to policy. He didn't talk about this farm subsidy. He had to talk about things that had nothing to do with that. It wasn't about bad apples. He was talking about race baiting and stuff. Why did we have to go there?
Well, because of the media. And the media fed into all of that. They played every time that he made a gaffe or he said anything. Because they didn't focus. Look.
Why did he? No.
I know. I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to answer it the way that you want to. So I don't know if it's.
No, because you're saying the media. I don't believe in the media. I will stream on my television on Hulu. I watch and Netflix.
Yeah.
I watch the Today Show in the morning, which is on NBC, and then I turn off the television and I watch TV's online, and I watch that commercials. I pay for all the streaming services without commercials, so it wasn't a big deal for me.
Well,
so I definitely didn't see that. The only things I did was listen to what Donald Trump had to say. So in my case, it wasn't the media. I did hear what Donald Trump had to say, and I heard and why did Donald Trump say the things that I heard him say?
Okay, well, because we're not going to be able to litigate what he said. Look, there's some things that he has said that I definitely don't agree with. Okay. There are some things that he said that I agree with wholeheartedly.
Okay, I can accept that.
And so
what did he? So what?
So besides the things that he said, like you say, that are not about policy, I look at what Hillary did, and so it's kind of a thing where you compare what Trump said, which got people upset, and I understand why some of those things that he said got people upset. I totally understand that. But versus horrific things that he said, I look at horrific things that Hillary has done. And so the big thing for me is when Hillary Clinton claims to support women's rights, to support...
And she takes the money from the...
to support gay rights, to support the freedoms of all Americans. When she was Secretary of State, when she was supposed to be an impartial, a representative, the chief ambassador of our country. That's what our Secretary of State is, right? I mean, that's what we agree that Secretary of State is. She took $1 million donation personally. She personally solicited it from Qatar. And Qatar doesn't allow women to drive.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty well traveled.
And I know you're well traveled. I know you're well traveled. I understand that. You and I are fairly educated folks. But the media didn't affect you, but they didn't talk about that one bit. They didn't talk about how Hillary Clinton takes donations from these rulers, and they're rulers. Like, they're literally called kings and everything else, that treat women like garbage and that throw gays off of buildings because they're gay, which is not what we are as America. That's not what our Secretary of State, if anything, our Secretary of State should be out there condemning those countries. But instead, Hillary Clinton was taking money from them to trade influence.
So it was basically like two people that were deeply and horribly flawed, and you picked the one that you thought was not less flawed.
All people are flawed. I believe everyone's flawed. That's why God has to save us. We can't save us. That's why I'm a Christian, and that's why I pray for for forgiveness for my sins, because we're all flawed. So I don't believe there is any perfect person that could be president.
There's a better. That's true.
But I'm when we look at this election, we look at one man who has built a business, who has raised a great family, who has wonderful kids, has a huge family that he's taught how to be a good family, and they do good things for their family. That said bad things, that has done some bad things in his time. He's been married 3 times. But with those 3 marriages, he has 5 kids that are beautiful representations on this earth. And then we have Hillary Clinton, and yes, he said all those bad things. I can't excuse that he said those bad things.
Business acumen is a little question.
Well, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire.
Yeah,
but let me finish my comparison. Let me finish my comparison. Because we look at Trump's accomplishments, we look at what he's done through his life, and he said really bad things. That's what everyone has a problem with Trump, is the things he said. But we can look at Hillary Clinton's actions, because she said a lot of good things. Hillary said a lot of good things. Hillary says a lot of great things. The whole campaign, she said that she's for all these things, but her actions tell otherwise. And if we look at WikiLeaks, we look at how the Democrat primary was rigged, that Bernie was completely just cast aside by the Democrats. Bernie was screwed. There's no other term but screwed than what Bernie did, because the Democrat establishment cleared the field for Hillary Clinton. They did everything they could, literally, to stop Bernie from winning.
Partially because Bernie was an independent and not a Democrat. So
You're right.
You can understand someone being like, I'm not going to let someone switch.
But that's the same thing that happened in our party, in our primary, because Trump's an independent.
They tried to sabotage. Like, people, you can't jump into my party and then try to win it. Like, you can understand someone being like, you didn't pay the dues, you don't get to come suddenly eat the cake.
Yeah, but they lied about it. That's the bigger thing, is they lied.
If I had hacked the RNC, I might have found the same emails on that side.
Yeah, but at least, but our guy won.
Yeah,
the guy they were trying to rig it against, he won.
There, same emails. I just got better.
Yeah.
But other side.
Look, hey, I hope those come out. Look, I'm a proud Republican.
Like actions versus words.
Yeah.
One, Donald Trump was sued by the Justice Department for redlining. definitely committed racial discrimination, definitely a thing on record. 2, he is a billionaire.
He also won the Ellis Island Award in 1989, presented to him by Rosa Parks.
Yeah, and probably should not have been because of the redlining. Definitely a thing. The billionaire.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's a billionaire.
And I'll let you talk.
But he did start with, basically with the money he got from his father. If you gave me that money and I invested it in the S&P for the length of time he had, I would have more than the money he has right now.
But would you have done that?
Yeah, because that's 100.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
No, because I have a book that's like, it was like a book on easy guidance for women. I think one of us has to have it. I think it's something minimum for. And one of the things is invest in S&P 500 because it's super easy. And if you put that money in S&P 500, right now we would each have like $10 billion. So he has less than $10 billion because he has less money than he should because he made poor financial decisions. So I know he's already won, and that's fine.
Investors make money and they lose money.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's a billionaire. It's like I wouldn't say like she said she said he has core business acumen. You said he's a billionaire. He would be a billionaire either way.
What I'm saying is though, there's plenty of people that have gotten $1 million loan from their dad that have lit that on fire and didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, but I'm saying he kind of did that a little bit.
But look, but we can agree that.
I'm saying like the billionaire thing is not the proof of business acumen. Like,
I think there's some empirical evidence that he's a success.
But the thing is, the way capitalism works, you get that money, all you need is that money to start.
Yeah, as long as you have a ton of money, you can have more tons of money.
Every single person the same amount of money, and they could have more. Yeah, that's how money works. It's not about how you can't judge him as a businessman because not everybody has the money they needed to start. So
I got a battery in my pocket. About 2 hours. 2 hours
money
maybe.
creates money, right? Yeah. If you got given that.
Ask Hillary.
No, but the point is, if you got given the loan that he had. You know,
money makes more money.
Look,
potentially.
I know that you want to turn the focus off of Hillary's actions versus.
I'd like to go back. You're talking as actions versus words. I'm saying actions on both sides are questionable.
Okay.
It's not actions versus words.
Yeah, but
it's not her. I would love to go back to
I deem taking $1 million from the Qatari government that hates women and hates gays a lot worse than him not being worth him only being worth $4 billion versus $10 billion.
You can say that the actions are work, and I was also going to come back to sexual assault. That I'm just going to put it out there. He definitely did. But,
no. You don't have any proof of that. You don't have any proof of that.
You can also say I have no proof of the book. I also believe he did those ones too.
Okay.
So
okay. Wait. Can I respond to that? I am saying that I think Bill is also guilty. Okay.
So I think they are both equally guilty.
Okay, but I want to make one difference. Okay, but I'm going to come back to that.
What you can say is that you voted for the guy whose actions you think were less bad than the other woman's actions.
Oh, absolutely. I can say that. I can agree with that.
You cannot say that you voted for the person whose words were bad versus the person whose actions were bad. Both of their actions were
words are an action, so I'll agree with you on that.
But can I just ask you, saying
But wait. I want to get back to the one part about Bill Clinton's history of sexual.
You're going to call those women liars because it's going to get ugly. So let's just not do that.
Look. No, I'm not going to call anyone a liar. I'm not going to call anyone a liar because, like Hillary Clinton, I believe that any victim of sexual assault deserves to be heard.
And please don't bring up the 12. That was a miss. You know that's not real.
Oh, I know. We know that. Yeah. No. So the thing is that Donald Trump has a history of business, of a public figure for quite some time, and the accusations only came out 3 weeks before the election.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let us all discuss what a great opportunity to discuss the underreporting of sexual assault. Let's talk about that.
Wait.
And let us talk about the factors that go into the underreporting of sexual assault. And let's talk about the reasons why I, as a woman with limited power, may not be willing to report a sexual assault conducted by a litigious man who is very wealthy and has a lot of
She didn't let me
lawyers
finish.
and is on public television.
She didn't let me finish.
Let me consider that.
She didn't let me
consider
finish.
why Bill Cosby was accused
She
of
didn't
sexual
let
assault
me
for
finish.
decades, but women would not report it.
She
Should we
didn't-
discuss
she didn't let
why
me
there is the
finish.
underreporting of it?
She
So
didn't let
let's
me
just
finish.
let's talk about it. Let's finish. Let's finish it.
She didn't
Came out the woodwork later. I'm sorry. I don't even believe half of them women. I'm sorry. And I'm a woman, and I'm a black woman. And I think a lot of them jumped on the bandwagon. And they could have came out back in the times, in the days when black people were not all that great. They could have came out and reported it then. Come on now. I mean, if you're going to speak on it, but don't compare Donald Trump to Bill Cosby. There are two different people and two different things.
All right.
I mean, come on now.
Thank you. But let me finish. But wait. Before we get all riled up.
They came out in the 70s. I mean, come on, in the 70s, black people wasn't all great then. I mean, come on now. She could have came out then.
He was also a powerful man who was offering them opportunities.
He wasn't that powerful.
That's okay.
He wasn't
Let's go
that
back
powerful
to you.
back
Let's
then.
go back to
I'm
you.
sorry.
Well,
I don't think
I appreciate you adding that. I definitely appreciate it. But look.
why they're not coming out. Yeah, but
Bill Clinton's history of sexual assault dates back before he was president. Literally, it does. He had to pay a $750,000 sexual harassment lawsuit. Jennifer Flowers, we all know that he had that affair before he became president. So they're just different. They are different. They're very different. The histories of them are very different. And I just, like she said, Bill Cosby, the history is different there.
But I didn't compare Bill Clinton. No one's...
Yeah, you did. You just said but you literally said that Bill Clinton and Trump, you both think that they were rapists.
No, I was saying, because people are like, Bill Clinton also did. I'm like, yeah, and I agree. He also, because people on the Trump side will be like, well, Bill Clinton, all these things.
I know.
Yeah, and
I'm just comparing the histories. I'm just comparing the histories. One has a 30-year history of rumors of sexual assault and literally having to pay a sexual harassment lawsuit, literally known affairs before he became a president with someone that Hillary tried to trash. Hillary came after Jennifer Flowers. I know.
There's a difference between someone admitting to being a sexual assaulter and someone being accused of being a sexual assaulter.
Well, yes, absolutely.
So how are you comparing the two?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She was saying that Bill Clinton and Trump, she believes that they're both sexual assaulters, and I'm saying that there's a reason why I believe that Bill Clinton is, and there's a reason why I believe Donald Trump isn't.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand
Yeah,
this.
How do you say someone is not something when they're
on recorded of saying it? You know?
Well, you know what? All I
grab him by the pussy.
That's literally. You didn't listen to the whole. You didn't listen to the whole video.
Every day and don't qualify.
I did listen to the whole video. That's not true.
What is he going to do for people like me? That's what I want to
For
know.
Trump?
I was born in America. I work hard every day.
And that's
my taxes get taken to give to people on welfare. So I do support cutting welfare. I'm sorry, I'm all for that because I work hard every day and my tax dollars are taken. So what is he going to do for someone like me? That's what I really want to know. Him, Hillary, the next president. What are you going to do for me?
Well,
I'm here every day working, making America.
and I agree. I don't believe him because there's
he admitted to it. How can he not be a sexual assaulter? Explain that. I'm waiting.
No, because he didn't. How
can you say that? So what was it?
What did he admit to doing to women?
Can I ask what it was?
What did he admit to doing to women? Grabbing them by the pussy, right? Is that sexual assault? Yes or no? Please answer.
I'm not answering your ridiculous question.
If it wasn't Trump, if someone says I'm going to grab a woman by the pussy without her permission,
You're just trying to get me on gotcha camera.
Is it sexual assault or not?
Is Trump our president-elect or not?
What does that have to do with the question?
Okay, I wanted to talk to the lady. I wanted to talk to the lady about what Trump's going to do.
You wanted a discussion about actions versus words,
I wanted to talk to the lady
Actions versus
that
words.
wanted to know what he was going to do.
Actions versus words. Can you not defend that one?
I wanted to talk to the lady that literally wanted to have a conversation about what Trump's going to do and not relitigate the campaign.
No, but the issues that you said about Hillary's actions.
No, I don't want to relitigate the campaign. We got to move forward. We have to move forward.
Okay, Hillary's actions versus Trump's words.
We have to move forward.
Hillary's actions versus Trump's words.
We have to move forward.
That's the point that you made.
I want to talk about what Trump's going to do to make America great
Talk
again.
about what Trump's going to do. Tell us what he's going to do. Please tell us what he's going to do that you believe he's going to do.
Number one, him as commander-in-chief, ending foreign aid to countries that don't need the money. We fund the military of numerous countries around the nation, and Trump on day one can say, no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to waste that money. We're not going to send our troops. We're not going to send our troops off.
So you talk about actions versus words, right?
No, I'm not.
You talk about actions versus words.
Because I'm not relitigating the campaign. I'm talking about how Trump's going to make America great again.
I'm trying to talk about that. So with Trump, you
Bill
say that
Clinton
Trump
is a rapist. Bill Clinton is a rapist. Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com. Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com.
So you know how you say, one second, so you know how you say,
Guys, British tabloids just try to put me live on TV, so I told them that Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com. So somebody let Alex Jones know he owes me $1,000.
So you know how you say that Trump says he's going to do all of these things. You say Trump's going to say he's going to end foreign aid, all of that kind of thing.
This election.
So you believe Alex Jones are you from? Do you represent Washington, D.C.?
I live in Southeast.
Where were you born?
I live in Southeast.
We
I feel like you're avoiding my questions
I
because
live
you know
in
you can't answer
Southeast.
them.
I can answer your question.
So Trump,
What is it? I'm born in Southeast.
I don't believe you.
What's your
Like near Potomac Ave.
What's your question?
I'm from
So I'm trying to
Okay, no, I'm not across the river. I ain't across the river.
Okay, so you ain't Southeast.
No, but it says Southeast.
Southeast.
My bad.
We gonna say the Caucasian Southeast. That's what we gonna say.
If you want, but my neighbor's black.
Now your neighbor black.
I'm gonna
my neighbor black too.
Me, my neighbor. Just
with the gentrification, we gotta mention everything, baby.
Love lady, which is I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do.
All right, good.
To a certain extent, though.
Yeah.
As long as it's still balanced, it's
bad
fine.
decision, though.
But when it's not balanced, it's not good.
This guy's real mad.
So you talk about actions versus words. You talk about actions versus words. You say you don't believe words, you don't believe the words. Why do you believe Trump's words?
is over there if you want to talk to them.
What?
Russia Today, they're over there if you want to talk to some more conspiracy theory sources. Go, please.
Why are you so mad?
I'm not mad. I'm sorry.
You're sorry for me?
Infowars.com.
You're sorry for me? We won, man. We won.
I really am sorry.
We won. We're going to make America great again.
Great again. How? Tell us how.
We're going to make America great again.
Tell us how. Foreign aid?
All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to break it down?
Tell us.
Y'all ready
Yes,
to
go.
break it down? Tell y'all how Trump's going to make America great again. All right. Number one, first 100 days. For one thing, like we said, get our foreign policy in line. Over the past. Can you please stop interrupting? I'll tell you.
Tell us his detailed foreign policy plan. They're really great. Go ahead, talk.
You won't stop interrupting. Okay, so listen. Because Trump said that we're not going to be the policemen of the world anymore. We're not going to be the funders of everyone's military anymore. And Trump gets to make those decisions as commander-in-chief. So day one, I think that is a benefit.
Wait. Stop. Day one. So we're going after ISIS by not doing what now? That's not being policing of the world.
See, you can't not interrupt me.
Is that
you can't not interrupt me?
Discuss your first number one.
You can't not interrupt me.
Number one.
One by one.
How is going after
No,
ISIS
you
not
can't.
policing
You
the world?
can't not interrupt me.
Okay,
All right. They don't want a conversation. They don't want a conversation. This guy's actually being nice. This guy's being nice.
Which countries?
I'm friendly.
Which ones do you want to support?
What's that?
Which ones do we support that you don't want to support?
What?
Which countries? You said you don't
Which
want to
countries do we give
foreign
money
aid.
to that you don't want to give to?
Germany, South Korea,
So do you think that you can take on ISIS?
Japan.
Do you think you can take on?
Anywhere that we're funding military bases for foreign allies.
Do you think the US can take on ISIS without military allies?
What's that?
Do you think the US can take on?
Southeast DC. I
I don't live across the river. I live down there.
Certificate.
I live in DC.
Do you think the US can take on ISIS without military allies, without having those international relations?
So look. Here's one big thing about foreign policy.
Donald Trump knows nothing about it.
You can't not interrupt me, can you not? Russia. He doesn't want to go to war with Russia.
Yes.
Hillary literally
He doesn't want to go to war with Russia.
Okay, but again, we need to stop relitigating the campaign. That was my bad. I brought up Hillary. My bad. President Obama has been antagonistic with Russia. They have been creating. They've been creating an environment to where the one enemy that the free world truly has right now is ISIS. That is a common enemy that Western society is facing. We're seeing terrorist attacks across the world, and there is countries that are attempting to eradicate them. There are that maybe you're not doing it the best way. But when we don't talk with those people, when we don't set up a dialogue with folks like Russia, because guess what? We have to have some kind of dialogue with Russia. I don't want to be in an alliance with Russia. I don't want to do Russia's bidding, and the media, the reason that they've been talking about that is because it was a smokescreen during the campaign to somehow tie Trump to Russia.
Forget that.
But I'm just saying,
Back to ISIS.
Russia is attempting to eradicate ISIS.
But what? So who is gonna help
what's
America
Trump going to do
eradicate
to
ISIS?
prevent that?
Not to.
If you get rid of your alliances, if you cut off, you're not going to be the ones.
No, I'm not saying cut off alliances. No, I'm not saying cut off alliances. I'm saying stop funding Western countries that have money.
People. Stop being nice to other countries, but they should still have your.
That's not how. That's not how. If you had to pay to have all your friends, do you think they would be very good friends?
That's what politics is. That is what politics is.
I know you learned from Hillary. But that's not how politics literally works. It's about people talking about controversial issues and coming to agreements on them, not paying them off.
It's not about paying anyone.
It's not about paying. You just said that's what it is.
International relations.
No, you literally said.
You talk about.
No, they don't support us. They don't support us. They don't provide any funds for us.
Oh, wait, hold on.
They don't protect America.
They went to Afghanistan, right? They went to war with us.
I'm from the UK.
I didn't support that war. I didn't support that war. Hillary did. Hillary supported that war.
So did Pence. But anyway.
You said that you wanted to cut off money to Western countries, but you just named South Korea and Japan. Do you realize what that would do to North Korea? Is that something you're considering?
They are rich. They are rich nations. They live a Western lifestyle. It is a Western world in South Korea and Japan. I understand that it's troubling for you to.
No, I'm listening to what you say.
Places that don't have.
Are you considering the impacts on North Korea?
Those are rich countries. The thing is that when we give them money, that means that they can use it in their government for whatever the hell they want. Money's fungible. Listen, money's fungible. So for how much ever money that we give to foreign nations, that means they get to spend that money on programs and laws and stuff that I don't agree with as an American. There are things in other countries laws that I don't agree with. When we send money over there for foreign policy, it's fungible because that's money they don't have to spend on foreign policy and then gets spent on their un-American, unconstitutional laws that I don't agree with. So that's how it's simple for me. It's immoral to me. It is immoral to, listen, it's immoral to borrow money from China to send it to other countries.
Okay, fine.
It is immoral to do that.
Immoral then to oppose Russia's aggressions in the Baltic states.
We're not imposing anything.
But it's immoral to me that people are invading.
That's
the government of Estonia collapsed.
That's not our concern. We're Americans.
But I feel like you said, it's immoral. I feel like it's immoral to let people go.
It's immoral. It's immoral to let kids go hungry on in the streets of Washington D.C. while we fund Germans' missiles.
Wait, can I just say?
When we fund Germany's bases, overseas, and there are kids that are starving on American streets, that is not a moral funding of our money. Not at all.
Can I just ask you one question?
He disagrees. This gentleman agrees.
Okay, can I please ask you one question? If you say that that's not the concern,
he agrees.
If you say that that's not the concern, so these countries aren't the concern, why is Qatar your concern? Why is, when you're standing there saying gay rights,
Because they're bribing our leaders.
Listen, when you're saying,
Because they're bribing our leaders.
Okay, there's no proof of that at all.
How is there no proof of that?
Not in any way.
Hillary Clinton. Wait. No. You brought up Qatar. Let me address it. Let me address it. Okay, I'll let you finish.
So I'm saying, you're saying the reason that you have a problem with Hillary is because Qatar don't treat their women well or anything like that, and then you're saying that, but Trump's fine because this is just words. His words will affect Americans in this country. You're talking about put Americans first, forget the rest of the world. If that's genuinely what you believe, then how can you sit there and say Hillary's corrupt, Hillary's not good because she takes her foundation took money from somewhere that's about gay rights.
I'll give you an answer to that.
Trump will affect every minority in this country.
I'll give you an answer. I'll give you an answer to that. So, on the subject of Trump saying the bad things that he said, and I know that Hillary.
So, like, kicking out a disabled person from his rally isn't just a word. That's an action, no?
You're not effective at what you're doing.
I'm confused about which, but that's as in, like, you're saying it's just words.
I'm just saying you need to get better at trying to. All of them. All of them that offended you.
We're talking about, you're saying it's just words, but kicking a disabled person out of a rally is an action. That's an action. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. Look, so everyone in America saw the reaction to the way that Donald Trump spoke on the Access Hollywood tape. Everyone in America, our kids, saw the reaction. There could not be a better repudiation of that type of language than we saw in America.
Because we elected him.
Wait, no. Well, no, listen. And he apologized. Donald Trump never has ever apologized. Yes, he did. He immediately apologized. He immediately apologized. No, he immediately apologized.
I'm sorry I grabbed with
He immediately apologized.
Was it locker room talk? That's
He
not an
immediately
apology.
apologized, guys.
He made something so big into something small.
I think we have a lot of policy differences. I'm worried that our president now has mainstreamed. He's made it mainstream to mock a disabled reporter.
It's not mainstream. The reaction was horrific. They said it was horrific.
Standard terror for our country.
I live with a teacher. My girlfriend is a teacher. My girlfriend's a teacher. My girlfriend's a teacher.
I'm not a teacher, but how many teachers
See,
have you
I
talked
live with
to
a girl
that have given their life to teaching? How many teachers have you spoken to?
Getting kicked out of the country. They have friends who are saying, "Are you ready to go back home?" They have friends who are beating each other up. This is so sad.
Guys,
I get we have policy differences.
I think you need to actually, buddy.
Well, I wear your hat. You want me to wear your hat?
No, I don't want you to wear my hat.
I hope President Trump is different from candidate Trump. I don't have high expectations, but I hope he's better for minorities.
We all hope that he's a good president. I think we all hope that.
Okay, can you continue? You're talking about actions versus
explaining yourself. But on the subject of no, you were very respectful. I appreciate your time. Thank you. So on the subject again of those words, we saw collectively, literally everyone, including his wife, including his running mate, including the Speaker of the House, including every Republican, including every Democrat, including every man, woman, and children, found his words in that tape offensive and horrifying and things that we shouldn't say.
They found it so offensive they voted for him. Right.
But no, listen. No, they found the other person. They found the other person. So if we want to talk about the voting stats, Hillary lost about 9 million Democrats. That's the reason Hillary lost. But
how many Republicans did Trump lose that voted Democrat or voted Independent?
I don't know. I don't really know, but I know, but he won, so that doesn't really matter.
Back to Qatar and why you think it's more important for Hillary to, why you think it.
Well, I'm glad you brought me back there. Okay. Thank you. So, as Secretary of State, when she swore her oath to be our ambassador of the United States around the world, she said and swore that she would not accept any more foreign donations through the Clinton Foundation or the Clinton Global Initiative. She swore up and down. She signed documents that said she wouldn't. And it just came out a week before the election. The state had to come out and admit, they said, Hillary actually did accept $1 million from Qatar as Secretary of State. So, and you said a minute ago, you actually said that that's how things work.
Partially, of course it is. But not accepting donations.
I know.
No, you've gone.
Okay, no, but
I was talking about international
donations.
relations.
Exactly.
Not foreign donations. That's a different thing. What we were talking
international
about was
relations. I know,
international relations,
but they're
supporting each
comparable.
other militarily,
But they are-
supporting other countries
but they are
with your troops and
they
money.
are comparable.
Is how international relations work.
Let's-
It's nothing to do with
Okay,
donations.
they are comparable. They are comparable because, well, yes. But let me explain. So, the reason they're comparable is because you said that, and that the other gentleman said that we'll lose our allies if we stop that funding. And I gave you the analogy: if you stop paying for your friend's coffee, would they stop being your friend?
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of thing. That,
No, but
and
that's,
you
okay,
said, but,
my
and then you said
argument
that
is the nature of politics and international relations is you're not going to be every country's sovereign. There is no point in you being friends with another country unless it benefits you. It's not friendship. There's no such a. It would be lovely if we lived in a world where countries are just friends and you don't have to pay for each other's coffee.
Sure.
But that's not how politics.
But what
or
is that
international
money?
relations
What
work.
is that money
So- and that's the
intended
point.
for?
He doesn't
But what is
understand
that
that.
Qatari
Because-
money intended for?
But it's irrelevant.
How's that irrelevant? It's the same kind of thing.
No, it's not because it's going to the Clinton Foundation. It's not going to her personally. That's.
But she's enriched herself personally with millions.
But that's not. You're
How did she make all that money in government? But how did she make all that
your
money?
argument previously, which is the one I was
But how did
challenging-
she make all that
One
money?
minute, you've kind of diverted. The argument you made previously was that it's immoral for her to be taking money from Qatar when they throw gays off bridges. I'm literally quoting you.
Yeah.
That was your issue. You had a moral issue
Buildings.
with her. Yeah, fine. You that was your concern.
Mhm.
Now you're saying your concern is more the fact that she took it and she lied about it.
No, it's both of them.
Okay,
It's
but
all
the
of
point
it.
is, how can
It's
you
all of
say,
it.
oh, it's her
That's what's
actions,
great
it's
with
her
Hillary.
actions.
Like all of the things are bad.
With Trump, you're saying, oh, his actions. He just says things about gays, about Muslims, about any minority, disabled people. And actually, he did actually kick a disabled person out of his rally, so that's not true. But the point is, these actions are to Americans, right? That's affecting Americans. Your brothers and sisters, that you talk about being starving on the streets, the people who are actually, and then you say that that's where the focus should be. So you're completely contradicting yourself. You're saying that with Hillary, she has to care about everyone in Qatar.
I'm talking about what the
And
president
I'm not saying
can
that
do.
she shouldn't. My point is saying.
Oh no,
it
I
makes
don't.
sense.
I know. I'm saying that she doesn't need to care about what Qatar is doing. I'm saying the money. The problem is
No,
the
then you
money.
change your tune. Okay,
No,
so
no. The money is what makes her care about Qatar. That's what I'm saying.
No,
yes.
well, that's true. Then you've changed your position. Your position before was your moral issue with what she condones around the world.
No.
Whereas
It's all
Trump is just
my
words here.
it's all my position. That's just a supplemental point because someone had brought up women's rights and stuff like that, and I just was sharing who Hillary's friends are, and that's why I brought up that point. The biggest problem, the biggest action that is a problem is that she lied as Secretary of State.
Okay.
But there's just so many layers of that onion that we keep peeling them off. We're just gonna keep crying.
Okay, so we go back to the allies thing. So you think
You liked that one, didn't you?
I'm just doing some yoga to relax.
He rolled his eyes.
so back to the allies bit. So you think that we don't need that the US wouldn't need to cooperate with other countries?
No,
and we can
I believe we need allies.
Go to war with ISIS, and
No,
it's
I
fine
believe
if
we
we're not
need
gonna
allies.
support. So this is the problem with Trump being a businessman, right? He talks about NATO. He talks about it purely from we're not paying. Everyone's not paying into this enough. We're paying this much. That's not international relations. This is why you can't have a businessman who knows nothing about international relations. The point is, when 9/11 happened, yes, it was Iraq, Afghanistan, stupid wars. But the fact is, the US was under attack. NATO came. UK came. Troops from everywhere supported them. He's now going to go announce that he's a wartime president. He's at war with ISIS, and he's saying NATO doesn't matter. Who's going to back him? Who's going to back him? Where are those allies?
Look,
we're not
the
going to
same
support
people-
anyone else, but everyone's still
look.
going to support us. That's very naive.
But the same.
Doesn't matter, right? He said everybody has to pay their own share of share. That's what he said. Everybody has to contribute
Thank you,
equally.
absolutely.
Because his point, no, I just want to be honest with you on this one,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Because his point is that America is paying a lot, whilst other European nations are paying less. That was the point he made. He never said NATO doesn't matter.
But the point is, he's putting NATO behind. He's putting the money and everything behind the international relations aspect.
Okay.
He's prioritizing the money ahead of the relationships. When you've built these relationships over hundreds of years and you start doing that, no one's going to be on your side. What are you going to do when you're...
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think...
So you think the UK... I don't think we're going to back Trump if he starts saying the UK needs to...
I just realized she's not even American!
I'm not American.
She's not American!
I'm not American. I'm from the UK.
She was here volunteering.
I was here volunteering.
I don't agree with him on all points, but on that note, when it comes to NATO and other allies, somehow I do agree that everybody has to pay their own fair amounts of share. That's it.
Amen.
Because America contributes a lot, right? And how much are we getting back? Instead, we go out there and protect people all the time, and we spend more.
How many of our troops and how many of our people when 9/11 didn't...
She's worried about the money getting cut off.
No, I'm really not. I'm really not. Because who's ISIS going to attack?
I'm joking with you.
It's more likely to be the US right now that's going to be attacked. Currently, I'd say it's worrying for the US's security.
Well, I think Britain is more likely.
Britain gave their troops when 9/11 happened. How many troops did the UK
if somebody
and
attacks
Germany,
us,
everybody...
we can always defend ourselves.
You believe that?
Yes.
If you believe that, then there's no point.
We can defend ourselves.
Fine.
I believe that.
Be completely self-sufficient in a world where, in a globalizing world.
That's like space saving. They use tons of
So if you think we don't need the allies,
we need their technology in Europe 100%. Terror cells are discovered using their face scanner technology.
If you don't think you need the allies, then
that is a point.
The point is,
that was my point.
Trump is saying, exactly, that's your point. Trump is saying that.
Alright guys, I'm gonna... It was very enjoyable talking to you. What was your name?
Pooja.
Pooja, I'm Nick. Nice to meet you. Hi. Alright, guys, I'm gonna walk out of this circle. Alright guys. Oops, sorry. Well, this has been pretty interesting so far. Still at the White House, Mr. Trump's new residence. Yes, these guys know. They're red-pilled. They got the MAGA mindset. Yeah, so this has been interesting, very interesting. And I love the folks trying to defend the Hillary supporters in comments. It's interesting. But we're gonna see if there's anything else gonna happen here. All right, folks. I just wish that I would have put this on. I just wish this would have been public. I should have done this on Periscope instead of Facebook. I think I would have gotten more viewers. Definitely appreciate all of you here. The Jehovah's Witnesses see a recruiting opportunity. I appreciate that with my direct marketing background. I can appreciate the Jehovah's Witness recruiting opportunity. Some of these folks need God. I don't know if Jehovah's Witness is the route for them. But so here we have Matt Hurt, who has also been talking. I don't know if he's been quite as controversial.
I've been talking
as
to the
in
media.
Well, I was being filmed by the media.
Yeah, they were filming it.
Sky News tried to help a liberal put me on the spot with some dumb question about the Access Hollywood tape, and so when they put me live, they literally put me live. So guess what I said? Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com.
Oh my gosh!
So,
I heard that.
So yeah, they made a mistake by putting me live on TV because I did not follow. I did not fall into their trap that they had set. It's dying down a little. The protesters are leaving some. I think we've gotten a little more Trump supporters here instead of butthurt liberals. But yeah. I am pretty tired of holding my phone up live, and there's only 9 of you left on the feed, so At this point, I'm going to close, but I'm going to end with a lovely shot of the residence that will soon be the most recent addition into the Trump organization's vast real estate empire. And it is the White House. Or is it the Trump house? Is it Gold House? Are we going to make it gold? But I can't make the fence not be in it. But I'm going to end it here. Image of the Gold House. We'll see y'all later.